맛있겠다.
진짜 불어.
I feel like I might as well talk to you whilst I'm doing this, but hi friends, today we will be doing a setting up my binder video. This is, I believe, the third one I've done for ATEEZ, like, ever, and to be honest, it's not that much different than the previous two. Basically, ATEEZ announced a comeback, a very quick comeback. Like, they announced this comeback end of November, but like they literally stopped doing fan signs for Fever Part 3 about 2 weeks before this. So they're having a super quick comeback before the world tour happens, which I will be going to. So if you're going to the London stop or the Fellowship World Tour, I will be there. I enjoy doing these binder setup videos. It gives me a chance to talk about the albums before they're like in my hands, so I thought I would do one for ATEEZ. If you do not know, ATEEZ are my alt group. Oh, sorry about this. I just filmed like a pretty big haul clip and then I was taking pictures for my account for trading. But if you are new here or if you're unsure, ATEEZ is my alt group. My ultimate bias, like ever, is yunho, and I collect 2 members. So I collect yunho for essentially as much as I can, like Korean album, Japanese album, fan sign cards, as many as I want, or kind of selectively. I was kind of selective this last era because there were like 50 cards per member, but previously I've collected like as much as I can. Obviously groups release so much that I can't have everything, but you know, I give it a good go. And then for wooyoung, I just collect Korean album cards and then MMT pre-orders and then select fan sign cards. Like I think I have a few holographic wooyoung cards from last era, so things like that. So we're gonna be talking about the album Zero Fever Epilogue. We can talk about the track list because that is out, and we can set up my binder. I bought a box of like 100 fresh new pages. The card situation for this era is very similar to, oh, I went to the perfect spot. The card situation for this era is pretty much the same as Fever Part 2 and 3. So there are 9 cards per member, meaning like this. Each member will get his own page. There are 3 versions. For each version there are 2 regular photo cards and then there's 1 limited card. So I will be doing my usual A Diary Z version. This will be yunho as he is older, and then this will be wooyoung's page. So thoughts on this comeback? I think it's very fast. I was so confident in my last video that there would not be an ATEEZ comeback until like March, Did I have too much faith in KQ? Absolutely, because now they're rushing a comeback just before award shows, end of year shows, and their world tour. I don't think they're gonna promote this one for very long. Most of the music shows get cancelled for the end of year shows, so they won't be promoting very long, especially as the world tour, the sold dates are less than a month after this album comes out. This album comes out this coming Friday, which is the 10th of December. I won't be very fast in getting my unboxing up for this comeback. I will be getting all 3 versions as I do for ATEEZ. I buy all album versions, but I will be getting it for Christmas from my parents technically, so expect my unboxing either Christmas Day or Boxing Day, so just over like 2 weeks after comeback. But I'm always excited for new ATEEZ music. Am I excited for the stages? Always. Am I excited to see the boys? Always. I just hope they don't go crazy. They went really crazy with fan sign benefits this era. Like, the last 2 eras have just been kind of crazy. There was like 30 cards, remember, in FIFA Part 2, and then FIFA Part 3 there's like 50. That's so many per member. Like, what? I think it's crazy how they've been just pumping out all these fan signs and all pre-order benefits. They seem to be going slower for this album. I think it's just because the pre-order period is only 2 weeks versus the 3 weeks that we had previously, and also because they're not going to be able to promote for very long. I believe there is already a Makestar Round 2, which I think is awful considering like that album isn't out yet. It's kind of hard because I'm obviously excited, but also I just don't want them to be overworked. Like, they worked really hard all of this year. They've barely had a rest. One thing I am really liking about this comeback though is the track list. There are 10 tracks, and we have already had a pre-release song, Turbulence, which I think is beautiful. Oh my god, I cried. I just keep going back to YouTube to loop it again and again and again. It's so beautiful. Their vocals sound amazing. Like, their vocals always sound amazing, but there's something that hits so differently about Turbulence. And then we also have Korean versions of Better and Still Here, which are 2 of their best Japanese songs. So very happy about that. Then we have some other original songs, I think maybe 2. And then the second half of the track list, the tracks like 6 through 10, 6 through 9 are all Kingdom songs. So ATEEZ were like, hey, we saw how you feel about Kingdom. We're gonna take those songs, re-record them for 8 people, and bring you like happiness through those tracks instead of like horrifying nightmares about people being mean on the timeline and voting and things and streaming, and oh my gosh. So I'm really excited to hear all of the songs, especially because they'll be recorded in a studio format instead of like the one-take stages and stuff from Kingdom Legendary War. I'm really excited to hear all of them. There's a new version of The Real, which is going to be the second title track for this era after Turbulence. So excited to actually see and hear OTA The Real, because I love Mingy's verse in The Real, but obviously because he was on hiatus at the time, we got an OT7 performance that like had a dance break instead of his verse. I'm really excited to see how they change it up, and I'm really excited to see what they perform at Mama. Obviously Mama is the day after a comeback, so like you would expect it to be like a big fuck you to Mnet, so I'm really excited for that. I'm just worried about them being overworked with all of the performances they have this coming month, as well as preparing for World Tour. But overall, excited. I'm not going to set up for pre-order benefits just because I have these on the way. I actually caught up with wooyoung's MMTs. I'm not setting up for props because I'm still getting in FIFA Part 3 pre-order benefits. I don't know how many pages that's gonna go for, so there is no point in me, I feel. This album comes out December 10th. I won't get a copy until Christmas Day, so December 25th. I usually leave my big binders at university when I go home for Christmas, so I won't see these binders until 10th of January maybe. So I don't feel there's any point because I'm not going to get any pre-order benefits in before the end of the year. So yeah, we're just gonna roll with this setup. I kind of like how I've done the colors on these post-it notes. I ran out of my previous ones, which were these, which I really liked because they're real big. But yes, this is Yunho's page, and then this is wooyoung's page. Let me know how you feel about this comeback. I can't believe my last video was so cursed with me being like, they won't have a comeback, and then literally the day I posted that video, they announced the comeback. Let me know your feelings. I know Twice announced another version of Formula of Love. I won't be buying that, but I will be collecting the inclusions, like the cards and stuff. Yeah, random Twice mention in this ATEEZ video, but yeah, this was just my quick little setup video. Like, I have thoughts, but I didn't have too many thoughts, and I'm kind of like crazed right now because I've been traveling all morning. I got home, filmed like an hour-long haul clip, packaged some things, and now I'm filming again. I think I need to eat. I think that's my problem. So I'm gonna go and eat and sort myself out and edit this video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Is that what real YouTubers do? Yeah, okay, bye.